So you may not want to hear this because I certainly didn't. But like in order to grow, or like a very vital, important aspect to growing is the ability to say no. To have the, I want to say the backbone to be like, I'm not doing that, or like to say things as it is, factual, no matter who gets uncomfortable by it. This is definitely something I am learning, especially like being new in like leadership and things like that. Ooh, well, I pray that they're all right. May the energies be with them. But yes, so me being new in leadership, and just growing as like a person in like general. So I knew like saying no was definitely something that I was gonna need to learn for my boundaries, for who I am as a person, just to say what I am comfortable with and what I'm not comfortable with, and just being okay with people being not okay. I'm learning to be not okay, and that's okay. It is okay to not be okay, but I didn't know that also translated to like my leadership roles and like actual work. But like I now like I'm reading books and I'm like listening to my podcasts and things like that, and I never actually like took the time to understand like our bosses have to be okay with making people uncomfortable. They have to make people uncomfortable all day long. Hey, you're moving too slow, or hey, we need to stay extra tonight, or hey, I can't give you that raise, I can't give you that bonus. Like, people in leadership have to disappoint people all of the time. I didn't really notice it, and it's not in my mind when I speak to like my leadership or anyone who's like above me, right, at work. But I was like, it's honestly true. And it's not something that comes easy, but it is something that needs to be done. And I think that we can get that way, just like with like my social media. I'm talking to the camera right now, thinking about social media. Just like with my social anxiety, friend, because I have social anxiety. The only way to get through it, or the only way to get like better with it, is to actually do it. So, just to like wrap it up, like in order to better ourselves, me, you, share this information with anyone who's like trying to, oh, he fine, girl. Oh, he fine. Oh, honey, he driving a bread truck. I should have turned the camera around. He drove off. Fine men aside, but if you really are like serious about like leveling up, whether it be like me, like you know, dealing with social anxiety and just wanting to be more of a social person, wanting to be more of a dependable person for those around us, because that's like really my main goal, is just to really be more dependable. I want people to not only trust me, but I want people to know that I know what I'm doing. Like, have faith, I guess is the word. But not only that now for like my personal life, but just also for like leadership things and things that are going on in like day-to-day business. We have to start getting, and you know I often say this, to be uncomfortable with the uncomfortable, but I think just to like break that general statement down, it is just to learn how to say no. Learn how to say no, learn how to make other people uncomfortable, and let that be fine. Let that be a-okay, friend. That's their business. You state the facts, you state what's going on, and when you are in a conversation and you know it's going to be a difficult conversation, the podcast that I'm currently listening to by Front Row Seat with Ken. And we're back. So the Front Row Seat with... Give me a second, guys. This content creation is not for the weak. So the video that I'm currently watching is Front Row Seat with Ken Coleman. And I'm only 20 minutes through the podcast currently, but there's one piece of information stuck out to me, so I really want to share it with you, and please share it with everyone else, friend, because, once again, we are all about to become amazing. I've said it before. We are about to be amazing, but what he said was, when you're going into conversations, whether there be uncomfortable conversations, whether it be regular conversations, conversations with your management, or if you are management, conversations with the back end, with your team, potential prospects, whatever it may have you, because we all live different walks of life, right? Start the conversation with clear intentions. What you want out of the conversation. Say, hey, we're talking about this, and this is where I want the conversation to end at. So, like, for an example, it can be like, hey, I want to talk about our lunch break schedules, and I want at the end of the conversation for us to get a clear, concise date or time of like when our lunch schedules are at. So the other person isn't just like lost in the conversation, because then, you know, you'll bring up the initial topic of the conversation. Maybe it's, about lunch. But then next thing you know, Greg from the cafeteria comes in, and then the kids from the schoolyard gotta come in, and Deborah's mom comes into the conversation, and before you know it, you are so far off of the topic. Everyone's upset, and no one knows like how to end the conversation. Like no one's point gets across, and that's what people get upset. It's because they feel like they have not been heard. So like this is like. Not hopefully, we are going to do this. All right, friend, we are going to do this. But, like, we are going to start structuring and or framing our conversations. Especially if we want to glow up the way that we want to glow up. It's, hey, I want to talk about this. And at the end of the conversation, this is what I need to be, like, resolved. Or, like, this is, like, where I want the conversation to end. Like, this is the point that I'm trying to make. And once the point is made, the conversation is over. We're not going through these roundabouts. We're not going through these different things. We're not talking about 20 different other topics that have nothing to do with the topic that we are in now, the conversation that we are now. So I'm very, like, I don't know why that was such an eye-opener for me. It was such a perspective shift. I can't really wait to use it. I don't know like when it's going to come into play, but I'm going to try to keep it forefront in my mind so that the next time I'm like having a conversation with someone who I maybe like don't really want to have a conversation with, and maybe it is uncomfortable. Well, like I said, I am still new to just like the leadership roles. So just to like incorporate that little framework into my conversations, I think it's definitely going to be beneficial. I really hope that you try this too, friend, because we really do need to be better communicators. I think not just with people who want to level up or gonna be like the boss, but just general. I think a lot of problems could be solved if more people just understood communications. I think that's why it's like a major in school. Like honestly, I think it's a major in school because it is a major part of our society. It's a major part of just being human, friend. At the end of the day, we are just human. But yes, that is the conversation I really want to talk to y'all about, is saying no and learning like different skills, like working on our communication skills, just to like be better people at the end of the day, whether that be a better leader, a better person, a better friend, a better colleague, whatever it may be. Remember, say no. If you need to say no, say no. If you know it's going to be uncomfortable, let it be uncomfortable. State it first. State what needs to be uncomfortable. State what you're talking about, and state where you want the conversation to end, so no one is lost. Like there's no ambiguity. We want to take the ambiguity out of it. Straight facts. Straight facts. You can't argue with it. This is what's happened. This is what is going. And this is what it is, Fred. But yes, I will let you all go. Of course, guys, let me know how this works out for you. Please use this framework. I'm definitely going to try to use it as well. But you got this. I got this. We got this, friend. We got this. Remember, say no. Say no. Bye, guys.